You are now tuned into Two Drunk Sistas podcast, unscripted and uncensored. Grab yourselves a drink and enjoy.
Hey guys,
Hey, welcome to
Two Drunk Sistas podcast.
I'm D.
And I'm W.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode.
Yes, and today we are drinking Jose Cuervo Margarita.
Is it margarita?
It's a strawberry margarita.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
It
with
tastes good.
with some a little bit of pineapple juice. It's really good,
All right.
and this margarita is an organic. Leave me alone. It's organic. I actually like this because you can tell like cheap margarita mix. This one is really good.
This was is premium.
Yes,
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. My husband put me up to that one. He was like, "Let me show you how to shop for a margarita, fresh." But anyway, I have yet to find anything better than that. So it's really good.
Is Will Smith in the Ring of Power?
He is not. That's the elfin dude. Yeah, no.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Will Smith.
I was like, hold on, Will.
Yeah, that is no.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're here to talk about Hellraiser. 2022, not the 1987 version. The 2022 version from it's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu.
It's directed by David Bruckner. Dang, why that name sounds familiar? I feel
It
like
does. What did he do?
I didn't know he
He
graduated from University of Georgia.
Okay. I guess he really didn't do anything.
So he did The Night House. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
The
that's
Night
not
House.
bad.
He did The Ritual, Southbound, VHS, The Signal.
I don't even remember The Ritual.
Siren, No One Gets In, The Ritual.
What was that about? I don't
Remember the guys were in the forest? They were walking through the forest and they found this place. Yeah. Come on. Anyway, The Night House was pretty good.
Yes, I have to
Night
say
House was
I
pretty
enjoyed
good.
that one. So he did VHS V/H/S/S. I haven't seen that, but I saw that there's like I think 2 parts or 2. I'm not crazy about film camera movies.
Film footage.
Found
footage.
footage. It depends. I will sit through paranormal
activities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't. I mean, every goddamn movie can't be a film found footage. Anyway.
Okay, it can't be an FFF.
I can't.
I mean, the movie was an F, but you know.
I can't.
Anyways, so Hellraiser is about a young woman must confront the sadistic supernatural forces behind an enigmatic puzzle box responsible for her brother's disappearance.
Y'all.
Listen, y'all ain't gonna hear the 99.
How many times we did that?
Oh
Anyway.
my god, 80,000 times. Anywho, it's the fucking enigmatic is what.
Yeah, I can't even say inanimate object.
Inanimate object fast approaching.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so basically the movie starts off with a woman who gets out of the car and she meets this person to swap, I guess, to swap cases.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that she works for wanted this and that and this object. We don't know what it is, what's in the case.
Right.
So she trades suitcases, offered the guy the money. He looked like he was a cop or like a detective or something.
Really?
Because he said, I got the case. I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyways, they swapped. You know, she gave him the money and she got the box.
Mm-hmm.
Then it cuts to a party where you see this young boy or, you know, a young teen walking through and
right.
he's like, you can tell that he doesn't belong there because it's like a sophisticated party. And the lady who we saw in the beginning was at the bar having her drink and she was sparked conversation with Buddy, with the young cat. Meow. And he was like, do you work out?
You're right. He
But he was just trying to get to know her because he knows that he feels out of place.
Yeah.
I guess he knows who house he's in because he was like, do you know, because
do you know such and such?
Right.
And she's like, I work for him.
Right.
And then he is intrigued by that. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so they start to do a little small talk, and she basically tells him like, you're gonna go down the hall, see these double doors. You're gonna walk through the double doors, and I'll see you in 10. Basically, like come there in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, I'm gonna walk on his own.
What is he there for, anyways? Was he like a sex worker?
You know what?
He
It's
could have been
clearly
a
a
sex worker.
party where orgies are happening, and it's just one of those parties where
they needed a bait.
And so he just happened to be the sucker, and so he walks into this. He goes through the double doors. He walks into this really interesting room with artifacts, and he looks at a particular object, and if you are a Hellraiser fan, you already know that the object he's looking at is a particular box. Now, I'm not telling y'all to go back to 1987 to watch the original Pinhead.
Yeah, you don't have to go, because it's not a
continuation, right,
of it.
But
Hellraiser has like 8 or 9
let me tell
parts.
you guys, it's so many. I stopped probably like a number 5. I said, you know what? I can't do it anymore.
It's like Jason.
You after number 6,
Number
you
6,
like
7.
just fucking die in Crystal Lake and stay there.
Right.
But with but again, with Hellraiser, like if you are, you pay homage to the original, and I love me some Pinhead. But after, like I said, after 6 movies of Pinhead, I'm done with the Pinhead. Okay,
right?
It goes in the trash bin.
When will the people learn?
Right, and so basically he picks up. Okay, so my question is, why would you pick up something? But that's just what people do. He picks up the object. And I think,
people don't do that.
I feel like people who
like
are
touching shit. Like this is not your house. Why are you touching people's
exactly?
shit?
Why are you touching stuff? And if you so my thing is that if he knows whose house he's in, then a little bit of background story about him.
Well, he's supposed to be, I think at the time,
philanthropist or something.
He's like a Bruce Wayne of his time, I guess.
Right. And so when he does pick up the object, that's when we see, what's his name he comes down the stairs. Voight comes down the stairs. Comes down the stairs.
Voight is the person who owns this sexcapade party or whatever. So he's the owner of the house.
Right.
And so the guy clearly knew who he was, because he was like, I'm sorry, Mr. Such and Such. What's his Gooding? Mr. Gooding? I don't know.
Nothing. Voight is his last name. His first name is Roland. I could be making that up.
Nope, you're correct. Roland Voight.
Right.
Yeah, so he said, sorry, Mr. Voight. And he's like, no, go ahead, keep going. Keep going and playing with my box.
Oh my God. What's in the box?
So he was like, okay. He was like, well, if I solve this box, will I get a prize? And what did he say? Like, yes, I do, but not you. I don't know.
I don't remember what he said.
But the idiot still was playing with the box, and he was able to get pricked by the box. And of course, with this object, that if it tastes your blood, you've been marked. And them Cenobites, I call them the Cinnamon Toast Crunch people.
Now, there's one particular Cenobite that looks like it's eating cereal all day long.
What do they call them? The Teethus?
Oh, man.
I don't know. The chattering.
The chattering. Yes. Yeah.
So, the Cenobites came and told him, pull up a bowl, put some milk in it, and have some cinnamon toast.
I prefer Captain Crunch to any of that.
You're going to have to soggy.
Them things.
So, listen, if you don't eat the Captain Crunch with T minus 1 minute, your shit will be soggy.
When I used to eat cereal, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me because I'm eating it fast. I can't stand soggy cereal. Anyway, okay.
All right, the Cenobites came and they came to collect. Because, at this point, once you've been marked, you start to, it was almost like he was drugged.
Yeah, it's like it pricks you and it puts you in some kind of sedative.
To go into the next dimension.
Yeah, so these Cenobites come because obviously when it pricks the pretty boy, the box changes into it goes into like some other
a different configuration. So it has stages.
Right, and so I say boom. Pretty much Voight picks it up and says, basically, I want to meet the, you know what I'm saying? I want to meet the God of your God.
Who's the head of state?
Yes.
And you about to grant me these wishes, okay?
And this is what I want. And so the movie goes into, we don't really see what happens to Voight at this moment. We just see kind of like the sky turning and a little bit of lightning. And then we go into the next scene where people are fucking. Let me tell you, man.
And this is 6 years later.
Right, 6 years later. Yeah. And a Hellraiser movie, even the 1987 one, is a lot of debacle. I was like,
do we have to fuck every 5 minutes?
I'm saying. I just, you know what, to be honest, I feel like the 1987 was a little bit more stomach turning than this one. But anyway.
But it also had the fake, you know, the fake and
I can appreciate that though. I don't know why.
You see the ripping of the plastic. I'm like, that's plastic, sir. That's plastic and
with the skin,
sir.
Yeah, with the skin, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's enough.
It still scared the shit out of me, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, it still is creepy, and I really do like the old Pinhead. Anyway, whatever. We're moving on.
Yes.
And so, there's a scene. We see these couple that are, you know, engaging in sexual activities.
Engaging in philanthropy.
And, right. And so basically we get introduced to the woman, the guy, her brother's boyfriend, and then the roommate. They do a little tussle back and forth. We find out that the woman that was engaging in sexual activities was... She, I guess, was coming from AA or had like a drug problem.
She's an addict of drugs and alcohol.
And so her protective brother heard, you know, everybody in the house heard them fucking. Mm-hmm. So she, you know, they kind of go back and forth with words and stuff like that. And so the girl, you could just see like she's someone who is not working, needs a job, has some kind of drug problem, and then
so basically she's looking for a lick. Okay, she's looking for a lick. And then her boyfriend was like, listen, I know that you looking for this money, but I don't know if you really into it. And she's like, tell me. And he's like, nah, I can't.
You know
y'all
know how they do.
You know how they do.
That's all reverse psychology.
I don't know if that's part of, you know, what you want to do. Your brother might not be happy. And she's like, bitch, nigga, tell me. Yeah. Nigga, tell me. And he was like, all right, bet. So I do this delivery from this billionaire, right? And when I deliver it to the warehouse, ain't nobody there. But I know this nigga be bringing some crazy, you know what I'm saying? Shit that we finna hit.
Right.
Some crazy shit. Right. That we can go to the streets and sell that shit. Mm-hmm. And we can be good for a couple months. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh shit, nigga, why you ain't say that shit in the first place, bitch?
Oh, you dumb. So they basically go out on, they do a stick up basically. Well, not a stick up. They do
a robbery.
It's a robbery. Okay. We don't own the rights to that song. They do, you know, they go in and they find, I guess inside the building, and in the building they find
like a crate.
A crate.
Yeah.
In the crate, we see another box. And then in another box, we see the little box. We actually see the actual puzzle piece. And so they're like, oh, what's that? What's it? She picks it up, you know, and
the boyfriend, mind you, don't even want to touch that shit.
Right.
So he's like, you pick it up.
Go ahead and take it home. Yeah. You can go ahead and just take it. And so she comes back home. Her brother is, of course, the overprotective, you know, brother is like, where you been? I haven't, whatever. They get in a fight, and he basically tells her, get the fuck out. She packs her shit and she leaves. Mm-hmm. And we see that she finds like her little stash of drugs. She throws them out, but then
picks them
back up again from the ground. She takes 3 of them bitches. So I think it was ecstasy. It could have been something. Anyway, so she takes the X, and I guess there's like a playground, a park or something across.
At the playground.
You don't own
that song.
We don't own that.
She went to the playground. Yes, she went to the playground.
Yeah, she went to the playground, and she laid on that
spinning around-y thingy that the kids get on, and you spin them around like, wee.
Yeah, and so you can see like she's getting high, and then
the pills kick in. That's what it was.
What happened, girl? I don't remember what happened.
The pills kick in, and then that's when she was seeing the Cenobites.
Yes,
the Cenobite. Because she was the person who opened the box or started the configuration of the puzzle box. She is the owner now.
Yes,
and so now she's able to not command, but she's seeing these Cenobites.
Yeah,
and during her interaction with these Cenobites, that's when we see the female Pinhead. The female Pinhead then tells her, like, hey, you the new Dundada, and you about to bring us some human flesh so we could grant you these goddamn wishes.
Yeah, so it's either you Or bring
another.
us another.
I said we.
We.
If
If you don't know what we is, I don't know. But anyway.
OUI. We.
Yeah. So the Cenobite is like the head. HBIC is like, if not you, bring us another.
Yo, let's talk about the HBIC right now. Because we're so used to the HNIC.
You know, equality, you know.
W didn't like the HBIC.
No, it's not.
First of all, I didn't know if it was a woman or not, but I think it was a woman.
It's not that I didn't like her. I liked her for whatever role that was, but I don't feel that you can never. You know how it is, y'all. It's like almost okay. It's almost saying the guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street is better than Robert Englund. Are you kidding me?
No,
he did not come close. Now, he did fine for playing that role, but you can't put them neck and neck. So for me, the original Pinhead will always be the original Pinhead.
Well,
now, don't get me wrong.
They can't dig him back up.
They can't dig him back. I don't know if he's still alive. But don't get me wrong. She did great. And I gotta give it to her. I loved her whole aura and her whole look.
Her whole demeanor.
You either gonna do this or not. Like
it's either do this or we coming for you.
We coming for you. She was very direct, and she didn't play that shit. So I appreciate that. But I'm just saying, I prefer Daddy Pinhead. This is the daughter Pinhead.
The HNIC.
I prefer the HNIC. But she did that.
Yeah, she
did that.
She did a good job. Mm-hmm. So she came and visited homegirl. What was her name? Riley. So Riley. She came and visited Riley, and she basically told her look, if you ain't gonna find us fresh meat, we coming after you, big dog, big homie, we coming after you.
And so see Riley, because Riley took those pills, she thought she was seeing things.
She thought she was hallucinating.
She didn't think it was whatever, but. While she was in that, when she saw the Cenobites, in her stupor, and she saw the Cenobites, she dreamt that y'all remember, if you guys again are Hellraiser fans, you know the chains always come out and shit like that, and so we see that the brother is being taken.
Right, because she at the time when she took the pills, she was in she was hurt because the brother because the brother kicked her out, so she had those feelings, and I think the Cenobites felt that. Because they were saying that this box doesn't belong to you.
Yes.
But since you have it, you know what I'm saying, the fear that you, the anger that you're feeling, we're going to feed off of that.
Right. And I forgot what the Queen Dundada said. I forgot something about.
The Queen was like, the sorrow.
This is not your fear.
Yeah, this is not like your grief or your sorrow. Something like that. But she felt that anger of her brother. That's how they were able to find him.
Yeah, and so he I guess tapped into that dream or whatever it was, and so he got up from his sleep
because they visited his ass. He was being pulled by the chain gang.
Okay, and so he went out looking for Riley. Saw Riley's car, didn't really move anywhere, and then saw Riley on the spinning thing and kind of was passed out, waking her up like Riley. When he touched the box, the piece the sharp.
The knife part
of the box
poked the brother.
It stung him, and we were like, "That's it, he done.
He's done for."
Mm-hmm.
So the brother was trying to get Riley up, trying to get her to wake up. She kind of sort of is in and out, and so he told her to stay here. I'm gonna go wash my hands, and of course, when he went to go wash his hands, it was a lot of blood. I was like, God damn, that's a lot of blood. That's at least two units
from that cut.
So I don't know if they pierced
a vein or something.
Probably, and then it was just bleeding. So he was washing his hand, and of course, while he was doing that, he was seeing the Cenobites. I hate the Cenobites because it sounds like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
The Cenobites is like
so he saw the chattering. He saw the chattering, and then he saw the other characters, and all you hear is
right. So basically, you're done.
That's the Billy Goats.
That's terrible. So Matt is the name of her brother, and so Riley hears Matt screaming, and she runs in the bathroom. Doesn't see anything.
Oh, before she runs, the configuration piece.
Oh, that shit.
It was going moved. To the second phase, and that's when she heard the brother. That's when her ass was like, wait a second. She put two and two together from her damn stupor. Put two and two together, man. ran into the
She got
bathroom.
sober real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, she ran to the bathroom and didn't see Matt, but saw like the blood in the sink, and then we see like the cops.
And she in the
Doing a
ambulance.
flashlight in her eyes, like, yo, are you on drugs? Did you drink? And she's just like,
Nah.
I don't remember. So Matt is gone, y'all. So we, obviously, the audience are like, okay, clearly the Cenobites came to collect.
Right.
Okay, you can put two and two together. Not to say the movie was predictable.
It was.
But it was predictable.
It was predictable.
And so...
Not until the end.
Right. And so she goes back to where the brother lives and just, I'm sorry, the boyfriend and the roommate come out. And, they're talking to the cops and stuff like that. So everybody's trying to figure out what happened to Matt. Mm-hmm. And the boyfriend's just like, where did he go?
The boyfriend of Matt.
Right. Matt's boyfriend's like, where did he go? Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. So everybody's just trying to put two and two together.
Right. But she's like, I don't know. I just heard screaming and it was done. I did blood.
Right.
And he was like, I'm going to need for the boyfriend was like, listen, bitch. Wait the fuck. I'm going to need for you to remember.
To remember.
Okay,
what
remember
exactly
hard.
happened.
She was like, man, fuck this shit. And she left.
She couldn't handle the pressure, so she left because she couldn't decipher
she was sad.
what
she didn't know what the fuck was happening.
What was real,
high.
what was not. I mean, she took 3 of them bitches. Okay, not 1 but 3. Damn,
she was high as fuck.
And so she goes to the boyfriend. We can call him the dude that she was fucking. She goes to that guy's house, and
I guess that's her boyfriend.
Yeah, tries to explain to him what's going on, and they end up going to because she's like, who the fuck owns that building?
Right, and first of all, the nigga they didn't want to touch the goddamn box.
That should have been an indication that
he knows something.
His dick must have been good because you not thinking.
So they were able to find out who owned that building that they broke into and got the cube. And so once they found out who owned that building, they went to go see her. And of course, it's the woman that we saw in the beginning of the movie, her coughing her lungs out, having trouble to breathe. So I don't know if she just got sick. I don't know. But she, Riley went to her and like, listen, ma'am, bitch, I found this goddamn box. And
what is it?
My brother's missing. What the fuck is
where
this
is
shit?
It and where is he?
And so she's just beginning to explain what she was doing for Roland. She was bringing in innocent people for Roland to do whatever he wanted with that.
And then she also said it was locked away.
Right, because Roland was missing, and so they presumed him to be dead.
Right,
and because I don't know if she could be the attorney. I don't know, not the attorney.
She might have been
someone who was a charge of his estate.
Yes.
When he became missing, she was able to get that box and then locked it up, and that's the reason why it was there. But now that we know what happened, why they were able to do what they were able to do is because your girl's boyfriend was behind everything.
Yeah, he basically set him up because we come to find out that Roland obviously did not like the choice that he made when he was done with the last stage.
Right, his prize.
Yes.
Because his prize, obviously the young guy that he sacrificed, he was able to call down the Leviathan and was able to get his prize. And his prize that he wanted, because I think there was like 5 stages. There's lament, resurrection, love, and
sensation, and power.
And he chose sensation. I don't know, maybe because he was a freaky ass nigga. And this is what
I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe he just didn't feel anything. He was fucking everything on all the world.
But that's what he chose.
Yeah, in all the world he chose sensation. I was like, nigga, really? Anyways. And so that's what they gave him. So now Roland has this big old time clock. I don't know if it's a time clock.
God. It's some kind of entrapment or
something
kind of
to make him feel everything all the time. So it was like pulling on
his nerves,
either his nerves or his veins, and every second, every minute, it would just keep turning and turning. Yeah. So that's the sensation that he felt, and he realized like this ain't what I want. I want my money back.
Right. So he pretty much orchestrated everything so that he could get the souls
and sacrifice sacrifice Riley, the brother, and everybody. That was the plan.
That was the plan because he wanted the Cenobites to
grant him another wish. Right.
Like, you know what? The sensation just doesn't work.
Yeah, for 6 years nothing would work.
How about you guys just give me something else?
Right, and so the HBIC was like, "Listen, we don't take back gifts, okay?
It cannot be her. I think
it cannot be returned.
Yeah. Or once a gift is given, it cannot be ungiven.
Okay, it's giving ungratefulness.
All right, this is what we have given you. these wonderful beauty of
pain
this.
and anguish.
This is what you wanted. So this is what we're giving you.
Baby, he was like, I don't want this shit. So once we find out that the boy...
Return to
Return to sender.
Okay. Never mind. What's your return policy?
The return policy is your life. Okay.
More souls, please. Thanks.
Lord. So we find out that the boyfriend was behind it all.
Yeah.
And Riley was really, really devastated because she's like, nigga, you know.
You took and I gave, okay? Do you remember the back shots? All right. Anyway.
Not the back.
Oh, God, I hope no kids are listening.
Yes, kids are listening. Back shots.
You don't need to be listening to this. This is not for you. God.
So Roland was able to capture all the Cenobites. So Roland built this cage around his house. Okay, he built a cage. Well, he didn't build his cage, but he paid somebody to build the cage. It looked like the actual Hellraiser box.
And I was telling D, I was like, yo, so he built the box around the house?
He did. And the reason why he did that was to entrap all the Cenobites to ask for the return to sender of what he wished for.
Right.
And since he was having this conversation with the HBIC, Riley saw that they were having this conversation, so she ran and took the box and stood to the side. And did she stab? did she stab?
She didn't stab Roland. So while Roland was trying to make a barter with the HBIC, something else was going on because the friends, the boyfriend and the roommate and the brother's boyfriend found followed what's her name?
Riley?
Followed Riley to the house. So everybody was at the house. So they were trying to leave, couldn't leave. And so Riley ended up finding out that the brother's boyfriend was hurt because he got marked. Mm-hmm. And so when Riley found out that the boyfriend was the one that was in on it with with Voight, mm-hmm. Riley, the Cenobite was about to take the Colin. Colin is his name. The boyfriend, her brother's boyfriend's name is Colin.
Oh, it's Colin?
Yeah, Colin.
Oh,
See,
okay.
remember, because we were like, Colin, remember?
Oh, okay.
And so while the Cenobite kind of looked at her and was like, unless you want to something about another.
Trade for another.
Right.
And that's when she looked at her current boyfriend and was like, nigga, you were the one that got us into this shit.
Right.
And of course, he was pleading his case. Baby.
What are you doing with that? Like, put that down.
Put it down. You know I got this dick for you, baby. Baby, come on. He pretty much was like, doing like Hollywood do it. Embellish the goddamn story.
He pretty much was like, know what you're doing or whatever. And so remember, guys, the box turned into the last, the Leviathan, which looks almost like a spear. And so Riley was like, when the Cenobite was like, something about another, Riley was like, she put two and two together, and he came because he was like, give it to me, and she gave it to him.
Yeah.
In the gut. And so
he's been marked.
He's been marked, and so it switched. So the Cenobite let go of Colin, mm-hmm. and then in the other room, you got Voight saying,
pleading his case,
right, and talking to the HBIC, and she's like, "What you really want is power. That's what you really want, because I'm just like, he's so fucking dumb." She
tricked him into picking that.
He went from the frying, the grease in the pan, the skillet. We gonna say skillet to fucking pits of hell, because I'm just like,
I know what you want.
You want power.
Yeah, you like dominion over others.
I can give you that. And so he's like, so once he says yes, that's what he wants. The whatever the fuck it was that was
on thing on his chest, the clock tower.
I know, right? It started to come apart,
right?
And his skin and everything kind of like infused back together.
Right, he starts to be like Wolverine.
Yeah.
He was healing himself. Healing, I tell you, the human body's amazing.
Hey, let me tell you, boy. probably thought that
he was gonna be God. He thought he was gonna be God.
The jackpot.
Yes, ma'am.
We see this big ass link chain come. I said, God damn, I feel sorry for Voight.
Okay.
You went from excruciating sensation pain
to anguish forever.
Because the HBIC Cenobite was like something about anguish.
You will feel the anguish, and we will show you what power is.
We'll
or some
show
shit
you
like
the
that.
wonders, like
yes,
wonders.
Girl, when the wonders of
what is it? The wonders. So we see like this chain, and it just hits Voight, and he goes up into Leviathan, guys. Yeah. And so Riley comes into the same room with Colin, helping Colin. Mm-hmm. And then the Cenobites are all standing around, and Cenobites is like, what is your pleasure? and so, and, Riley's like, she hears, they trick her. They show her Matt, her brother, but Matt looked pale. I'm like, Riley, that's not Matt. Okay. Because they want her to choose resurrection. Which
they'll give her Matt, but it won't be the same Matt.
He probably gonna try to eat her face. Who knows? And so she's like, I choose nothing.
The HNIC was like,
nothing.
What?
And then
you've done all this to get nothing.
To get nothing. And so basically the other Cenobite was like, you're gonna started talking. You know how the Cenobites do. One speaks and the other one finishes. And when that finishes, the other one starts. Yeah, they're all connected. Anyway, so basically they go back and forth with you're going to always carry this guilt.
And regret.
And a life of regret and sorrow. And whatever.
Like, is this what you want? She's like, yes. Yeah. And she's like, so you choose life.
You choose
lament.
Lament.
Right.
So you have chosen the lament configuration. And then she's like, yeah, and then no more Cenobites. The Cenobites have gone back into the cereal.
They went back in the box. Yak in the box. They went back in the box, away from the soggy.
They went back in the box until somebody opens the box.
Riley looks down, and she sees the box. So it's back to its original box.
Waiting for another idiot to open it.
So Riley puts it down, and she takes Colin. They sit in the car, and she was like, woo!
Yeah. And Colin's like, what just happened here?
She's like,
bro, you know what just happened here, nah?
Right. I chose not to bring my brother back.
Yeah, I made a choice.
And
I'm glad she made that choice, because none of the choices are good. They trick you. And that's what I think she remembered what Voight said. Like, it's all a trick. It's all of it.
Right. Right. Well, if you know it's a trick, why the fuck are you trying to re-gift your gift?
You can't this ain't a fruit cake. You re-gifting the gift. Oh, man. Anyway,
that's Hellraiser, y'all. How did you guys enjoy the film? Did you guys like the Hellraiser 2022?
And what did you guys think about the ending where...
Oh, yeah, that's right. We have to talk about the ending.
We see Voight.
Yes. So Voight is lifted into this place. It's bright. It's white. He's laying on this table.
Dickless.
No, he had his dick. It was covered.
Okay, sorry.
It was like almost like an asex.
Yes,
creature.
It was an androgynous, almost.
Not androgynous. It was like an asex creature. Like, you don't, like, it didn't have any...
Oh, no genitals.
No genitals.
Okay, gotcha.
Because he had no genitals.
Like a Ken doll.
Yes.
Okay.
But he had a bulge, though.
Yeah, he had a bulge, right.
So, he had no hair. He was bald. And he was laid on this slab. And this gold thing behind him, almost like a crucifix. His hands were laid out, and you can see that he was being turned into a Cenobite.
Yes.
But not only was he turned into a Cenobite, it looked like he became the power of Leviathan.
Yeah. And guys, let me tell you, Pinhead Dunn became an expensive Pinhead, okay? They had to give the HBIC pearls.
Listen, I was like, yes, honey.
Pearls. Look, y'all gonna see the pearl balls.
Yeah,
and
if you see it already,
you know. The pearls. Okay, I'm saying.
They did upgrade the pins.
They upgrade the pins.
Yes. So we see Roland being, the flesh being ripped off of him.
Yeah.
And, it was just very Interesting. His teeth, you can see his teeth. I thought he was going to be the new Chattering because of Riley.
Because of what happened. Yeah.
Right. Riley sacrifices Chattering. So they're like, okay, so we need new
Chattering.
Chattering. But not this time. He was kept in the Leviathan. He wasn't kept in anywhere. He was lifted up like as a Christ figure almost. So he could be part of the Leviathan overseeing the souls that's being taken. Yes. So maybe that's the power that he, got stuck with.
You know what this is? This is the contract that has the fine lines. And you don't, I say fine lines, the fine print.
Yes.
And you don't read the fine print.
Yeah,
I want to be the power. You're going to be the power. You're going to be stuck up there. You're going to be ripped of your flesh.
You know the font size is size 2.
Size 2, yeah. And you got to get a magnifying glass. Because,
that is what happened to Roland. And that is what happened when you sacrifice people. And that is how they die. It's not very personal.
Let me tell you something. If I knew then what I knew now, I wouldn't have my little accident.
Anyways, guys, let us know what your thoughts about Hellraiser. Hit us up on our email at 2drunksisters@gmail.com. The number 2, drunk, DRUNK, sisters @gmail.com. And follow us on our social media platforms.
Yes, guys, we're on YouTube,
Instagram,
Facebook, Twitter. Okay.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to us. We appreciate you. And have a good day, night, weekend, day, night, weekend, day, night.